Hey, what's up, everybody? T.Maximus here with another figure review. This is my first Storm Arena from Storm Collectibles. Storm basically made this line to compete with Jada. So they're selling figures at an actual 1/12 scale to 6-inch line. There's been a lot of hype around these figures coming out, Ryu and Ken particularly. Sagat's also one they revealed, and a couple others. I think there's a Chun-Li and there's another one too. But anyways, Ken here, this is off of Alpha 3, as he's got the longer hair in this game. Here's the box. I'll show you guys. I've already unboxed this earlier off camera. I got this off of Big Bad Toy Store. It is in stock. You can get either the English box that has the English writing on it, or you can actually get an Asian box. I believe a Japanese box, excuse me, sorry. So here's the back. Got Street Fighter Alpha on it, 3. Storm Collectibles. I'm so glad Storm is doing lines this size. I really wish they would get the Mortal Kombat license and we could get a proper Mortal Kombat 6-inch scale figures. Because right now, the best on the market is the Storm figures, which I have sold my Storm Mortal Kombat collection, sadly. But moving on, so this is the Ken from Storm Arena that I've been hearing a lot of hype about these figures, the Ryu and Ken. They've gotten a lot of good reviews, and a lot of people are saying, they're superior to Jada, regardless if they are or not. With this figure in hand, it pretty much does the same thing as the other Ken from Jada. The articulation is really good. He can do the splits. He's got a toe crunch, which the Ken from Jada does not have. So this one is technically a little superior with the articulation. I'm going to get a Ken from the Jada line here. This isn't the red one. This is the Player 2 one. I got the red one on a display right now, and I don't want to take them off. But here's an example. Let's see, a height comparison of Ken from Storm Arena and Jada, and it looks to me that the Storm one is actually a tad bit taller, it looks like. Okay, I'm gonna try to straighten these guys up both so it's fair. Okay, let's see. Yeah, he's a bit taller. He's got a little bit of height on this Ken. Not too much though. They can still be in scale. So these Storm Arena figures do scale pretty good with Jada and Marvel and all that kind of stuff. So here he's got his Hadouken hands. He doesn't come with a fireball, but I've got so many from Jada toys, because I've got so many Kens and Ryus that we can actually just use one from them. I had it out earlier. I'm trying to figure out where it went. Oh, here it is. Okay. So here's a fireball from, well, there was a fireball. Here's a blue fireball from Jada Toys. He's got the Hadouken hands like this. As you can see, it scales pretty well. I actually had this on display on my shelf like this with the fireball, the blue fireball. So I've got lots of Ken figures now. I've got everyone that Jada's released, the 3 of them, and now I've got this guy too. I think I've got a NECA one also on the wall. But so about the Storm Arena one, he's got the yellow instead of the brown here on his hands. Like I said, he's got a toe crunch. He's very similar to the Jada one, honestly, especially if you get the red one by him. They're pretty similar. I think this is a good example because this is the same sculpt as the other one. This one's a little bit bulkier. He's a tad bit bulkier, not in the muscle area though. If you look, the Storm one, his shoulder is actually more muscular. This one's got more of a bulkier torso. His pecs, he's got a little more wideness to him whereas this one's a little more slender torso, but he's got bigger shoulder muscles. Their biceps are about the same size, and the forearm on this one is a bit longer than this one. But yeah, anyways, not to make this all about a comparison. So this figure, let's pop his head off. This is the head that he comes with right out of box. It's just a kind of a plain face. All right, and then let's get the accessories out. He comes with a display piece for his Dragon Punch move. Here's his other head. He's got the smile on this one, the grin. We'll go ahead and pop that on. See how easy it pops on. Storm, their heads pop on and off really good, especially after they got good with their figures after a few years. This figure is really good. He's got butterfly joints. Yeah, man, like this is, it's just like I said, it reminds me a lot of Jada, the torso or the actual sculpt of his gi and everything. It's very similar, but there is some subtle differences there though. Like I said, the torso on this guy is a little bit slimmer. He's a little bit taller. He's got some different kind of shoulder muscles. Obviously, the long hair, whereas Ken, from these ones, his hair isn't as long. He's got more of that Hercules kind of look. He came with 3 sets of hands. The Hadouken hands, which I'm going to take off now. They come right off really simple. Storm Collectibles, their figures are like that. They're really easy to kind of maneuver around with and change stuff. So here we got this hand, whatever this is. I'm sure it's for one of his signature poses. Maybe he's got his hand on his waist or something. I don't know. It looks like he's itching, but we'll use that one for a second. Here's his fist hand. Okay, let's get the peace hand out. I kind of like that. That's one of his poses he does when he wins. I remember that. He does. That's on the wrong side, man. I am not baked right now, I promise you. Okay, so here is the peace sign, and we're gonna throw on a fist on his other side. Storm Collectibles and Storm Arena in general, they're really just hand candy. They're really fun to toy around with and pose, you know, stand them up and stuff like that. I'm not the biggest fan of the longer hair, but it actually doesn't look bad in person. You know, it's soft plastic. The hair is, you can move it around. It doesn't have a wire or anything, but it's still very flexible. So we got Ken here from Alpha 3. I like that game. I didn't play it a whole lot. I did buy it a couple years ago for the PS2 because I didn't play it when I was a kid. I never did. I played like Street Fighter 2 mainly, and I played, I believe, X-Men versus Street Fighter when I was a kid too, but I never did get my hands on Alpha 3 until later. And I like the game. It's pretty good actually. It's good incarnation. It's got a lot of characters. It's kind of like the Mortal Kombat trilogy of Street Fighter. Speaking of Mortal Kombat, the McFarlane figures are coming too, so I'm going to be copying those. I don't know if I'll do a review on all of them, but we will see if they're any good. A lot of people don't have much hope in McFarlane, but I think they look pretty good. Even if they're not the most articulate, they're going to look good. So, but back to Storm. This figure is a must-buy. If you're a Street Fighter fan, go buy it. It's $30 on Big Bad Toy Store, plus shipping and tax, but it's still a really good deal for a Storm Collectibles. I'm glad that they made a line that's more affordable than their $100 line, where every figure averages around $100+. I'm going to try to put this together on camera. Okay, so that just goes there. Not quite sure what this is for. Never had one of these with any of these, but I know what this is for though. Oh wow, that thing pops right out. Okay, this is for his move. I'm gonna try to do this on camera for y'all, if I don't knock all this shit over because I'm a fucking klutz. Okay, alright, so we're gonna get him in his Dragon Punch maneuver here. Alright. Got the flame effect here. It just clips right onto his fist like that. Alright. This is actually pretty gravy. Nice. Alright, so he's got his Super Dragon Punch here, which Ken is known for. This thing should just bend open. I don't want to break it, man. Let me see. How does this work? Okay. My friend, how do you open? I guess you just gotta make it work. I just don't want to break it right out of package, you know? Hate breaking stuff that I pay for. It's very disheartening, especially out of box. Storm Collectibles, I'm looking at you with the old school ninjas. I had shoulder pieces break on them on the inside, so that was pretty pissed me off pretty well. But anyway, so I think this black piece here is supposed to help hold it down so he doesn't fall or something. I wish I knew how to use this properly. I'm trying to get him to stand, but it keeps wobbling. Something about the weight here. Let's see. I don't really know what this black piece is for. I know it goes to this, but there's just no... Is it... yeah. Bloody hell. Okay, folks, so anyways, he does clip onto this pretty simply, as you can see. The only problem I'm having is getting him to stay on it without this thing freaking falling off. Okay, I'm gonna try something else here, you guys. All right, there we go. I got it to stay. You just gotta maneuver it, right? So after a little bit of a fight with it, we got it. Okay, here is Ken from Storm Collectibles, Storm Arena line. I'm looking forward to the other alpha ones. I hope that they press them out quickly, not too quickly. You know, we want to make sure they're done right. But Ryu's up next. I can't wait for Sagat. Sagat's going to be my favorite out of the line, hands down. Probably. I love Sagat. One of my favorite, if not my favorite, Street Fighter character. I'm a huge Sagat fan. I like the bad guys a lot. I like playing as M. Bison and Sagat. I like playing as Dalsim a lot too, even though he's not a bad guy. He looks bad. He looks kind of like a bad guy, you know. He looks very imposing and dark. So I really love Dalsim a lot. But this figure right here, man, you know, I'm not the biggest on the Alpha 3 look where they make them kind of younger looking. Like I believe he's 18 or 19 here as opposed to 30 in Street Fighter 2. It's a good look. I prefer the Street Fighter 2 look of Ken a little bit more, but I can't lie. This is a must-get. This figure is a 10 out of 10. You could even probably swap the head off. Let me see if it's compatible. I'm going to take him off of here. Okay. I'm going to take the head off of this one, and I'm going to take a Jada Street Fighter Ken head. I don't think they'll be compatible, but you never know. The skin's not going to look right anyways. It's a different skin tone. Nah, it does not fit on there. That's okay, because the skin tone is way off anyways. This one is a more tanned skin. Ken? Say that 3 times fast. So he's got a little bit of a darker tone in the skin. Spend a little more time in the sun. Okay, so I've talked long enough, you guys. This figure's great. The paint job on it's great. You can see he's got some shading in the pants, just like the the Jada Ken. The Violet Ken from Jada is my favorite out of the 3 they made. I recently actually just copped that one. So, out of all the Kens I got right now, I'm going to say that the Jada Violent Ken is my favorite looking one. But this one was really good. It's up there. I just feel like you can never really have too many Street Fighter figures, especially when it comes to the mains. So, this guy right here is a 10 out of 10. It's hand candy. It fits right along with Jada. It's very similar to their line. Yeah, man, go pick this up if you want another Ken, especially if you're an Alpha 3 fan. You'll need this in your collection. So get him before they sell out, and then you got to pay more, because they will do that. You know, the scalpers like to scalp. That being said, 10 out of 10 Jada. I'm sorry, Storm Arena Ken. He's a very posable figure. And yeah, go cop them right now. Peace.